want to do this anymore. But we're making coffee. The perfect way to disrupt your hormones first thing in the morning. Because ideally, we're supposed to be eating a good, nutritious breakfast. But what does that even mean, you know? I don't know how much you want to see of the process. You can watch me scoop. Man, I had so many thoughts. 1, let me count. 2, and you'll be able to see everything. Yeah, lots of thoughts this morning. I feel like I need to sit down though and chat over coffee. There's things we can discuss. But in the meantime, I'll prep my pills. Lively liver. Do you too feel like you're living a Groundhog Day of a life? Because that's what it feels like to me. That's what it's felt like since 2020. It's like every day just feels the same. Lively liver, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. David, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right in front of the cabinet. 2 NECs. Sometimes 4. Depending on how I'm feeling. It's all intuitive, as you may assume. I just take what I feel called to take, and then we're just doing this. This feels like I'm just trying to get through the bottle at this point. Because I don't really get it. I feel like my diet and way of eating is nutrient enough. And the things that are in here, I mean, I know folate's the biggest thing, right? Everyone talks about folate when you're trying to get knocked out and grow a baby to full term and not just 6 weeks of a fetus. That was my first experience, my most recent experience being pregnant. But there's folate in eggs. There's folate in cod liver oil, which I have in the fridge. Folate in oysters. You can get folate in a lot of other ways. Meat. And everything else, it's funny. So biotin's in here. Why is that funny? No, that's not the funny one. Okay, choline, which again, eggs, iodine, I have over there. Magnesium, I have in my other concoction that I put in my water. Milk thistle. Let's see. Your girl makes her own milk thistle. Lutein from marigold, which I thought was interesting. Oh, boron. That was the other one that was funny because I'm drinking the boron water, which is so I don't know. The whole, when I first got pregnant and was, I don't know, snooping around to see what people said, there's so much fear. There's so much, there's just so much fear. It's crazy. And, even in the comment sections, oh my God, I'm pregnant. What do I do? I'm so scared. And I'm wait, what? This is, the most natural shit. Our body's supposed to do this. I understand, there's, worry of, okay, I hope I have a healthy baby. That feels like just a prayer. But, the amount of, sheer panic that people seem to embody was nuts to me. Because I'm they've stripped this from us. We don't know anything about pregnancy and how natural it is, and how I just feel every woman should be knocked up at least once in her life. You gotta feel it. You gotta feel that feeling, because there is nothing like it. And now I'm chasing it. I'm chasing the fucking dragon. I want to feel that again. And then it's I don't fucking know if I will. That's a real possibility. I have no idea. And that's a lot to be with. Like, that's a lot of like grief and devastation and sadness to be with. Like, I don't understand when people are like, yeah, I've never wanted to have kids. I'm like, I think you were programmed not to. Like, I'm not buying that. Like, as long as your body is still producing a period, you can have a baby. Like, you can have a baby into like your fucking 60s, probably even older. There's always the outlier stories. I don't know. I just think it's the programming. And when people love their animals as much as they love a baby, I am so repulsed by it. I don't know. It just seems fucking weird to me. When you buy your animals all these gadgets and gizmos, and it's like that love is supposed to be poured into a child, not a fucking animal. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I get it. I love Molly Cat, and I get the love for cats. Not so much dogs. I'm not a dog person, and I know that's offensive to dog people, but I don't fucking care about your dog. Like, I get the love, but a human baby? What? That's like, I don't know. I just think I'm just on a mission that every woman gets knocked up at least once. Even if you have a miscarriage 6 months later, just feel the feeling of what it's like to be pregnant. This is probably the least popular stance. Nobody says this shit. But I don't know. That's where I'm at. All right. These are our pills for the day. I wish I had this is my best attempt at making it cute. In the Anchor Hawking, I don't know, Walmart shot glasses. So there's that. That's one thing to talk about. It's not popular that people would be offended by, because I know plenty of people that don't have babies and aren't knocked up and do love their animals. And Miriam, what you said really hurt my feelings. Well, I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. Am I sorry? No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. I'm tired of being sorry. I'm not really a sorry person. If I was sorry, I wouldn't say half of the shit I actually fucking think. She's unruly. So, speaking of getting knocked up, I haven't had my period, but I'm not pregnant. I know I'm not pregnant, because I would feel way better. Because right now, look at this. I got this last night. In the middle of the night, I scratched my face, and then the fucking thing came off. I didn't even know I had it. And then this is different. This is from when I was doing my face stick, organ massage, when you do that on your face. And I went way too hard. Well, basically what I did was I held the sticker, and I just held it, and it hurt so fucking bad. And then something released, so I'm not so upset about that, but this one's hormonal for sure. So I still haven't started my period. I was supposed to start it on Friday, which is the half moon, which isn't my jam. The full moon is my jam, and it didn't come. So then, now I'm like, okay, well, I know I'm not pregnant because I would feel prettier. I feel like I look ugly. So I know I'm not pregnant. I know that I'm going to start my period at some point, but I'm late, and that's weird because I've never been late. Until the time I was pregnant, then I was late. And I knew I was pregnant because I was late, and I'm never late. So, it's my Aldi half and half creamer. It just peels off the freaking label. I don't know why they make it that way, but that's just the way they do it. Okay, so what was I saying? My period's late. I'm not pregnant. And it's a weird feeling. It's weird to be so out of sync. And my period's been out of sync since I had the miscarriage. Right after the miscarriage, after all of that bleeding, then I eventually had my period, but I didn't know when it was coming. It wasn't in sync with the moon. I wasn't in sync with anything. I didn't fucking know my ass from my elbows. As women, our rhythms are so predictable. We're a fucking crazy lunatic bitch before our period. And then, other parts of the of the phase, we're so full of energy and vitality, and we feel really confident, we feel really good, and everything. It's just this, it's a very predictable mess of what it means to be a woman in the best way. And I put my sugar-free vanilla in my frother here. So, period's late. Period wasn't coming. That was weird. That was months ago. And I still haven't like properly synced up yet. So then when I checked in about it, because I was like, oh God, I didn't get my period on time. And usually it comes on a Wednesday, not on a Friday or Saturday, whatever was supposed to come last week. So then I like got quiet and checked in about it, and I was like, Miriam, you're fine. You're syncing up with the full moon. I was like, oh, okay, good. So then I was like, I wonder when the full moon is. So I looked up the full moon last night, and I was like, oh, it's fucking today, and today's Wednesday. So perhaps today will be the day, which would be nice. But I have no idea. I have no idea. It just like took me that miscarriage really like threw everything out of whack. Not in like a bad way necessarily, just different. So I know I'm walking off camera. I'm just walking to the trash and throwing stuff away. I don't know what that was. So this is not the best, but I made this little scrubby pad. It's like so misshapen. But I crocheted this, and it actually works really well because I got this like scrubby. It looks like yarn, but it's like scrubby. Like it's like a loofah, but like all one thin strand. And then you just crochet. It's hard to crochet, and it fucked up my fingers, and it hurt. But I don't know. The end product was subpar. I'd like to get better at them and put them on my website, but who fucking cares? Okay, we'll sit down in a second. I'm gonna bring David's coffee over here for when he's ready. Oh, I need a mug. Which one should we go with today? I think I'm feeling this one. The dull one. Yep. That's me. Yeah, so the fact that I feel ugly, I know I'm not pregnant, and I know I'm about to start my period. But it's just still a weird feeling to not be so connected to my body like I once was, even before I had the miscarriage. I just had my rhythms, and they were so predictable. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. There's more. If you're here, you can say hello, unless you're just being like a voyeur. And you're like, ugh, I don't actually want to say anything. I just want to watch. It's fine. I'd rather watch me too than live my own life. I mean, if I were you, is what I'm saying. If I were you, I would rather watch me than live my own life. Yes, she always brings the snark. Here we go on the breakfast nook. I do need to check on the laundry 1 second. Oh, yes. That is such a great feature about these like new laundry machines, washers, is you can like set them for the delayed start, you know? And then you can, like I put it in last night, and then now it's fine. It's doing its thing. Okay, this is a product that I want to talk about because it is crazy. Okay, so I saw these on TikTok, you know, and then you like, I don't want to do it over my coffee. That's kind of a little bit much. But like these are where you push out the schmutz in your hairbrush and your comb from your scalp. And if you're like a child from the 90s, you used to do this anyway with a mechanical pencil. But man, the first comb through was so satisfying. Like when I first got it, I got so much gunk out, but now it's not as satisfying, but it still works. Like there is definitely, but it's not as much. So I guess that's a good thing. I guess that means it's working. But Chelsea, I specifically thought of you because I was like, oh, she'll like this. Because you're such a hair connoisseur. And don't buy it off TikTok. It's more expensive. Amazon's cheaper. And the only reason I got it is because David needed more rolling papers for his tobacco. And he's like, my love, you want anything? So we can get $35 worth of stuff so we can get free shipping. And I was like, yeah, this comb. So, I don't know. Can you see? Yeah, see? You can see stuff coming out. It's not much. It's anticlimactic. If I put it on a black washcloth or something and hadn't just showered, it might be a little more fun, but there is some satisfaction in it. But don't pay more than $6.99 for it. Okay, and then I'm going to do my tallow. Truly tallow. This is just subtle plugs for all my products. Imagine that's what it is. No, it's not. It's just what I happen to do. My hair's so frizzy, I need a haircut. Oh, it feels so nice just to be greased up with beef fat all over your face. And if you don't know the feeling, you're missing out, I'm telling you. Unvaccinated cow in your face. Nothing like it. Our skin responds so amazing to it. Oh, that's nice. I get really dry right in here. I'm trying to stay on it. I'll get like a patch of dry skin just right there. Okay. So that was one thing. Miscarriage, periods, missed period. My cycle, at least when I checked in about it, is that it's syncing up with the full moon, which will actually feel better to me because that feels like my most natural thing. But then there's other people on the internet that are like, oh, well, women that are meant to have babies are synced up with the new moon. And like, fuck. You know, there's always a thing. There's always a thing that somebody wants to tell you about why you're bad and wrong and they're right. It's like, I don't know, your period's just gonna come when it fucking comes. Relax. So that's phase 1. Phase 2 is my sugar-free vanilla addiction, which is like very unhealthy, I know. But not really. And I mean, I could make my own, but I did have some embarrassment around putting it in my coffee the last few mornings. I wasn't doing it because I was like, I don't want people to know I like sugar-free vanilla because it's like I don't know, it's just the generic sugar-free vanilla that everyone, let's get cozier. The generic sugar-free vanilla that every coffee shop uses. Well, unless I guess you go to those fancy coffee shops like Lofty Coffee in Encinitas, they definitely don't use sugar-free vanilla. They did make their own caramel sauce, which was actually very good. But yeah, that's, I don't know, one of my guilty pleasures, I guess. I just like it, so I use it. But I was hiding it because I was embarrassed, and that's retarded, because there are so many fucking people out there. I don't know. I could go a million different directions, but that's nothing. Sugar-free vanilla is nothing. I know, the maltodextrin, but it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. And here's the kicker that may or may not shock you all, is that I have been eating carnivore for the last 491 days. David and I both. After my miscarriage, during my pregnancy, I had pepperoncinis. That was the first time I craved anything, like other than meat, eggs, cottage cheese, raw milk. Like that's all I'm eating. That's all I've been eating for almost 500 days now, 491 today. And the reason why I haven't talked about it is because I don't fucking want to. And I haven't wanted to because, number one, I don't want it to be a piece of the second paradigm. Like, oh, you have to be this to, you know, like, I don't know. I don't want it to be a thing. Like, I just don't want it to be a thing. But now it's become like a thing inside of me because I'm like, this is all I eat. Like, I don't really care. Like, when I'm out with people and people in my like physical life, they all know David and I are carnivore, and they're so confused by it, and they have a zillion fucking questions, and it's fine because we're like in person and we're talking, and it's like, It's fun. We're out to breakfast. David and I are eating like 14 fucking eggs a piece and like 75 sides of bacon. And like they're eating like waffles and pancakes and syrup and berries. And so I haven't had fruit in that long, 491 days. I have had vegetables. Like I'll have salsa every once in a while when I feel it. I don't know, I phase in and out of salsa because I made a fuck ton of salsa. So I prepped all this stuff too. Like I canned all this salsa this summer. I grew a bunch of veggies, didn't eat them. And then people are like, oh, nightshades. Like you can't have nightshades. Those are so bad for you. It's like, fuck. But when you get into the carnivore community, which I'm not in because it is very cult-like, just like any community. And like, but there's a lot of healing that happens and a lot of change and good things that happen for people. And those were the stories that moved me the most because honestly, I wanted to feel better. And I don't know that I necessarily feel better. Like I think initially, the initial switch from going from eating whatever the fuck I was eating, everything, anything, I didn't really care. It's like, oh, it's organic, so that means it's healthy. Like, I guess that's how I was, but like, not really. Like going from that to just meat, I shit my brains out for 2 weeks straight. Like diarrhea, like couldn't leave the house. And like David and I went down the street and I was like, you have to turn around. Like it wasn't even like, oh, my stomach's rumbling. I can hold it in. I can wait. We can go to the store, pop in and pop out. No. I had no control of my bowels for 2 weeks. Just peeing, just shit. That was interesting, but fine. And then after that, I just felt so much like mental clarity, like the brain fog had lifted. There's like jokes in the carnivore community, like you don't fart on carnivore. I just saw recently Steak and Butter Gal, she's a popular carnivore. She talked about not farting. It was posted in the New York Post. And people are like, this is how I knew this was a scam. It's like, no, you actually, like, you don't fart. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, if you're gonna fart, it's poop. And you don't poop that often. Like, your body uses everything. Like, there's not, I don't know, I poop like a couple times a week, but I don't feel like I need to poop more. I'm not like constipated or backed up. So there's that. But like, I don't want to sell it to anybody. I don't want to influence anybody. I don't want to inspire anybody to eat carnivore. I want to inspire you to check in with God and do what's here for you. And if it's here for you to try it, then do it. But don't fucking talk to me about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about your recipes. I don't want to hear how you're peeing out of your butt. Like, I don't care. Like, talk to those people. Talk to the carnivore people. Like, I am not that. Like, same thing with David and I doing eBay. Like, I didn't want to become an eBay person. Like, oh, Miriam does eBay. Like that was one of my most popular live streams on Instagram, was live streaming eBay. And it was retarded. Like, I was like, yeah, I guess I could do this and I could get views and it could be something and I could take you guys out thrifting and we could like talk about fucking value of items and conversion rates and like how to look stuff up and see if it's worth buying and like, but like that's, ew, no, that is not me. Like, I am not that. I don't want to be in that category. So same thing with carnivore. Like, I just haven't wanted to talk about it because one, I don't think it's any of your fucking business. And two, if it was here for you, you'd already be doing it. Because this is the other thing that I can't fucking stand about people is like when I do something or say something or take a stand, then and I'm not even saying that I have all this influence and power, but it just happens and it's fucking annoying. I love it's so fucking annoying. But people will be like, oh yeah, I was kind of already thinking about doing carnivore anyway, so I'm glad you said something because like now I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, no, you're not. Like, you weren't. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's that shit bothers the fuck out of me. Like, there is nothing that I hate more than like a copycat or like someone that's trying to like emulate me. I don't have siblings. I don't like that energy. That is not flattery to me. I know people like are flattered and like use that, their influence to like manipulate and drive sales and whatever the fuck. But no, I don't want any part of that. No. No, you have to check in. Like, you have to at least pretend like you're sovereign. And for me, the carnivore thing, it just kept, like, it kept coming in. And I was watching hours of content, hours and hours and hours of carnivore videos, months before we even made the switch. And then we made the switch and we're like, let's just try it for 30 days. Let's see what it's like. 15 of those 30 days, I peed out of my butt. So I was like, am I really sticking with this? But yeah, I did. And like all my inflammation went down. Then when I got pregnant, I ate pepperoncinis. It was not a big fucking deal at all. And then I was having some ice cream during that time too. And then when I had the miscarriage, I went hard on the ice cream, the pizza, the Chinese food. We just went completely back to what we'd been eating previously. Felt like shit, super inflamed. My eyes were all puffy. But it was how I was coping. And it didn't fucking matter. And I knew I wouldn't stay in it forever. And I knew I'd go back to carnivore. And then we went back and it was easy. It was easy to make the switch. But I still don't feel like the way that I think I should feel, or like the way that people like portray themselves to feel on, I don't know, sorry, my head's cut off. Maybe that's weird. I don't know. Because if you saw me in real life, you'd see my whole head. Oh, we can just go up and then down. Here we go. Oh, too far down. I don't know. This is not an interesting shot. So yeah. And I feel like some of you may feel betrayed. Like, Miriam, why didn't you say anything? Because I didn't fucking want to. If I wanted to, I would have. But Miriam, why are you telling me it's okay for me to eat ice cream and you're not even eating it? Because, bitch, I've eaten so much fucking ice cream in my goddamn life. That's not my fucking issue. My fucking issue is that I think I'm ugly and that I think my belly is disgusting. Like, that's my fucking issue. Like, I have plenty of my own fucking issues. Just because I encourage you to eat Oreos and ice cream or whatever the fuck, it's because you need to see that it doesn't really matter. And, like, I don't know that we're going to feel better here. And I think that bothers people. But it's the fucking truth. It's the fucking truth. We are not going to feel like these people pretend to feel on social media when they have their latest supplement, their latest fucking rigmarole. We're not. It's not going to happen. If you're just joining, say hello. We're not going to feel better here. I don't know. I feel like I'm like the person that just breaks it to you. You know, just like we gotta set this shit straight. Like, we don't do fairy tales and fluffy bullshit. Like, this is the real deal. Like, life's fucking rough. Like, this place is dark as fuck. And you need to be solid. You need to be impenetrable to this darkness. And can you be? And I realize that, like, it should be like an honor, or it should be like nice or something that people are inspired by me, or they look up to me, but I don't want it. I don't want any of it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Look up to you. Look up to God. Don't look up to me. No fucking way. No fucking way. I don't like it. It makes me very uncomfortable. It feels wrong. It feels like they've given over their sovereignty. And I don't fucking like it. So, if you missed it, I've been carnivore for 491 days and haven't told you. And I'm really proud of that. I could have gone to 500. That would have been a little more fun, but sorry. And was it life-changing? Is carnivore life-changing? Is it the way to be? I don't fucking know. I have no fucking clue. Does it work for me right now in this iteration of life? Yeah. If I get pregnant again, will I be strictly carnivore? Probably not. Are people strictly carnivore that are pregnant? Yeah. Do they have fucking full, chunky ass, healthy babies? You sure do. Are their placentas fucking glistening? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the video of the vegan placenta. I think it was vegan, right? Versus the carnivore placenta. That shit's crazy. But like, everything, this is what pisses me off. This is where I was getting fiery angry in the shower. You can see my like frizz in my hair. And that's tallow. That's a chunk of tallow. But this is where I was getting pissed. Because everyone wants, like, okay, so with the carnivore movement, let's use this for example. It's fucking dogmatic. Like, people are fucking nuts. and they're cutthroat, and they make all these rules for themselves, and they're like very like, excuse me, they can't have pepperoncinis, like that would be sacrilege, like, or they don't even do spices, like no garlic, no onion, no nothing, because those are herbs and plants are bad and plants are meant to kill you. Like that's the mantra. I'm not even fucking kidding. And like I get it, like I get it to a degree, but like there has to be nuance, and you have to check in, and you have to see what's here for you. And like these people are just dogmatically following this next thing because they want to be ruled. Everyone here wants a master, and it is fucking disgusting. Everyone wants to be told what to do, how to think, how to do their morning routine, what's going to optimize their day, what's going to optimize their health. And I'm like, you're all fucking retarded. Every single one of you. Every single one of you. It is so specific to you, and you need to check in with you, and you need to stand on your own 2 feet. Like when David and I first started Carnivore, our neighbors were freaked the fuck out. They were like, oh no, you're gonna get scurvy. And it's like, no, fucking not. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But like, there's like, and then I don't want to defend it. It's like, okay, maybe I will. Maybe I'll die of scurvy. She's like, how are you getting vitamin C? It's like, I'm fucking not. I don't know. It's in meat. I guess I could take a supplement. I could take acerola. But like, who fucking cares? And like, oh no, you're not having any brownies or any bread, or what are you gonna do? And then I was like, fuck. It was weird because it's like, wait, your whole life revolves around food. Like, how healthy is this? This is fucking weird. And like, it did get more isolating in some ways because we weren't going out to eat as often as we were. We weren't going to our favorite restaurants. We weren't doing any of that shit. So like the social element went down, but it like perspective went up. So it was like, what even is this? Is this even food? And now I look at everything and I'm like, is this even food? Like, what is food? It's like, it's mind fucked me in the best way. And I'm telling you, eggs, meat. I think that's real. Vegetables, I'm not so sure. Fruit, I'm not so sure. Genuinely, I'm not so sure. I don't really have any interest for it right now. I don't know. Sugar-free vanilla in my coffee? That would be so offensive to the carnivore community. That's what I say to that. It's dogmatic. Everywhere you look is dogmatic. New Age, spirituality, Christianity, it's all so fucking dogmatic. There's all these strict rules that you have to follow in order to be a good person. Science, wearing a mask, getting up to date, having all your boosters. Everyone loves to be told what to do, and then they love to tell other people what they've done so they can be good. So they can be above the rest. So that's why I didn't fucking tell you. So I didn't fucking tell anybody other than the people that are physical proximity. Because I didn't think it was any of your fucking business. Just telling it like it is. See, my period must be coming. I am so cunty. Someone even asked me on Instagram, she's like, oh, are you keto? Because I said something about eating a fuck ton of eggs. Never answered her. Sorry, Pam, didn't answer you. I was like, not gonna answer this. Nope. I did do keto when we were in Seattle. But not well. But it's just, and every iteration is so different. Every iteration of life, like every circumstance is so different. Like when I first got here to my mom's, like it felt like freedom to make my own sourdough bread. Like I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, because we had never lived in a place long enough where I could keep a sourdough starter alive. So when we got here, I started making my own sourdough. I started learning how to can. Like it was cool. And now I have no interest. I don't know. And will it come back? Maybe, probably. And it's just what it is. But like people make these whole things, these whole like carnivore, Trump, Christianity, Jesus returning. Like they make these things their entire identity. eBay. And you can find it out there. Like, you can find it. You can type in any of those things and you will find a plethora of videos of people that are completely consumed. Their entire identity on this shiny rectangle is that thing. And I don't want to be that. I don't ever want to be that. I don't ever want to remind you of someone. I don't ever want someone to say to me, you know what, Miriam, you really remind me of so-and-so. That's like my worst nightmare. No, I don't want to fucking remind anybody of fucking anybody. I'm my own goddamn person. Hopefully I'm unique enough and different enough that I stand out and I don't remind you of any fucking soul you've ever met here. You mean I remind you of someone? No, fuck off with that. No. Oh, you remind me of so-and-so because she does eBay too. It's like, oh, no, you've been mistaken. Fucking mistaken. So there. Cat's out of the bag. You know what? One of the main reasons I didn't want to talk about carnivore, especially in relation to the second paradigm, is because I didn't want it to become a thing. Like, I don't want people to just think they have to be carnivores or be like, oh, you know what? I'm eating more meat. Like, okay, I don't care. I don't fucking care. You do you. This is spirituality. This is intuition. This isn't fucking meat eating course. This is like, are you fucking checking in? Are you using your one-on-one personal connection to God, yes or no? Like, that's it. End of story. It's not about anything else. If anything, if that's what I'm known for, then fine. And if that's what, I don't see anybody else talking like me, so I don't imagine that I'm reminding anyone of anyone. Because there's no one on the internet talking like this. Everyone talks in fucking cliches. Everyone says the same shit. You just gotta be positive and just be gentle with yourself. Like when I was talking about being ugly, I was watching this video earlier today, this morning, and this lady was talking about like being kinder to herself, and she wished she was more kind, and now she's like in her late 40s, and you know, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, you're gonna be kind to yourself when you're kind to yourself. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you're gonna fucking hate on yourself until you stop hating on yourself. Like, it's not about the mantras. It's not about like brainwashing yourself into, oh, I'm being gentle with myself, when really inside you're seething because you don't want to say how you really feel out loud, because then you'll manifest it. Like, it's like, fuck, there's so many like traps. Like, nobody can just say what they actually think. It's like, yeah, today I think I look ugly. And I think that's fine. I think it's fine. When you look out there, everyone else is so fucking ugly. So like, this is probably average, okay? Like, it's not that bad, but for me, I feel ugly. And I think that's all right. I think it's all right. It's just what it is. And then tomorrow, I may not feel that way. Who fucking knows? But like, I'm allowed to say it. I'm not manifesting ugly. Like, that's not how this works. Like, you're allowed to say shit here. You're allowed to say hard shit. You're allowed to say dark shit. You're allowed to say bad shit. You're allowed to say whatever you want. Except a few things, like a bundle of sticks. I don't think I can say that on YouTube. But I can say retarded. Thanks to Kill Tony. I'm pretty sure that's where the leniency for the word retarded has come from. It's the Kill Tony universe. And that I am grateful. But I still think you beep the word bundle of sticks. But you can say whatever you want, and it doesn't matter. You can feel however you want, and it's really okay. Like, you can feel like shit for like weeks. You can feel like shit for months, and it's still gonna be okay. It's not a popular stance, especially not in like personal development or new age spirituality. Like, you have to be very careful about your thoughts, and they need to be of a certain vibration, because it's like, okay, AI. Like, okay, fucking not human. Like, what are you doing? Like, who are you fooling? Like, not me. You're not fooling me, fucktard. And that's everywhere. That's everywhere. These people fucking posture. They pretend like their life is good. They pretend like their health is good. They pretend like this latest green juice, I don't know, I was going to say, what is it? AG1? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, they pretend like that's the thing. That's the thing that changed their life. Like, I could do that. I could go on a whole fucking diatribe about how carnivore changed my life. it, elements of it would be maybe true, but like fleeting. Like it's like, yeah, initially when like all the inflammation went down and my body like came to a size that seemed right and normal, like over the summer I was like, oh my God, this is my body. Like, okay, the inflammation, it was literally just inflammation. It's not like I was this fat ogre. Like it was just my body was inflamed. So elements felt better, especially initially. And then you can craft a whole identity around that. And then you can sell things. And then you can be an LMNT ambassador and sell electrolytes. Like you can become a whole character. And there's plenty of them on the internet. But like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a fucking character on here. No, not happening. Are you joining me for coffee? No. You're, no speaky? Put the camera on. Hey, we have to go pick up my mom's car. Okay. I told him we'd be there in the morning because he thought we were going to pick it up yesterday, but.
I think that's fine.
Okay. Yep, yep. So, is that all? Is that all? I don't really know. Wow, I had a lot of fiery things to say today. I was just looking at my cat notebook. As I rail into people that, women specifically, that put all their love into not a human baby. I don't know. I just feel like as women, we've been so brainwashed by the feminism movement, but like even if you don't even connect with the whole idea of the feminism movement, I still feel like we weren't told the truth. I don't know, it's unfortunate. Really unfortunate. But anyway, that was my initial fiery opinion. Yeah, I guess when I look out there, I just think it's sad that how malleable people are and how they're just willing to do whatever somebody on the internet says that they respect. And I think that's what I noticed a lot with Shanda on Instagram. First of all, with the face filters, come the fuck on. That's weird. But like, there's no real, like, she's like respected and admired and everyone fucking loves her. And that's like this whole parade of love. But like, is it really? And like, I don't know. She's definitely pedestalized. And I think it's so fucking weird. Because it's like this whole group of people just believe what she's saying. And like, there's truth to it, I imagine. But it's like, it's so conspiratorial and it's so already out there and it's so like meant for you to find. Like it doesn't feel novel or new. And it's like all very fear-based. And like, you suddenly, when you watch her stories, you suddenly have a problem that you didn't have before. Like that's weird. Like I wasn't scared of the nanotechnology in me until I watched her shit. And then she, has an affiliate link after to get the nanotechnology out. Like it's like, but like I woke up this morning and I was fine. Like I was thinking that I was ugly. I wasn't thinking about nanotech. Good morning, Danny. I wasn't thinking of that at all. But it's like weird when someone gives you a new problem that you didn't have, and then they also give you the solution. Like, how is that any different than the government? Like, have these people no sovereignty? And you know what's crazy is I met this woman. She owns an apothecary near here, and I went to her apothecary, and she also follows Shanda. And it's funny because I immediately talked shit about Shanda. I was like, no, I don't fucking care. Like, I had to stop following her because number one, she never shows her real face. Like, she always got a fucking face filter on. Like, who is she? Like, this is fucking weird. So I was just radically honest. And then this woman was radically honest in return and was like, I know, it makes me wonder, like, what she really looks like. Are all those health supplements, like, really doing what she says they're doing? And blah, 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 blah. And so then she goes on and says what she really thinks, because that's what happens. When people get around me, they fucking tell the truth and they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. It just blah, 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 spills out. So that happened. This was several months ago. So then, I don't know, I just, every once in a while, I'll get the ping to like check on her Shanda shit. So I went and I checked. And then she's posting all these like thank yous from all these people that are thanking her for waking them up or whatever. And this one account thanks her. It's like, you know, just thank you so much. Like, because of you, I opened my own apothecary. And it goes on this whole diatribe. And I was like, I was like, I think this is homegirl. So then I could see just like a sliver of the profile picture. And I was like, so I took that and then I matched it to the profile picture of said apothecary lady. It sure as shit, it was her. It was her. But meanwhile, at the shop, she was telling me, she's like, yeah, Shanda really instills a lot of fear. Like, it's hard to watch her stuff because, like, I just end up getting afraid. And then I'm like, okay, now I got to get the red light therapy, and I got to get this, and I got to get that. And like, and she's like, have you done the copper rods or copper sensors or whatever? I'm like, no. And then I'm thinking in my head, I fucking did those copper shits in 2015. Like, yes. Do they work? Yes. Do you feel something? Yes. The tensor, you know, the twisty copper things. Yes, 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 they work. But I don't fucking care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Because it's not here for me. It's not relevant for me. I don't need to panic buy all this fucking shit. Oh my God, my fly's down. There we go. This was my test to put on these jeans because I was like, okay, how fat and disgusting am I? If these jeans don't fit, then I can just spiral out of control. But if they fit, then I really have nothing to say. And we're there. I have nothing to say. They fit. They'll fit even better tomorrow. I love when jeans stretch out just a little bit more. But anyway, okay, so the problems you didn't know you had, sells you the solution. Sounds very like 2020-esque from the government. And I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that there's these cult-like followings where people have given over their sovereignty, given over all their internal compass, because when they check in about their own life and their own day, they don't need a red light. Like, but they don't check in. Instead, they panic and they're like, oh my God, okay, I need to, you know, they're having a sale and I got to use the affiliate link and type in code Shanda10 for 10% off. And like, and Shanda's not the only one. They're fucking a dime a dozen. But then when I think about it, I'm like, what has she actually done? Like, she's a face on Instagram. Like, there's nothing there. Like, there's no substance. Instagram goes away tomorrow and it's over. Like, that's it. The affiliate, she hasn't built anything. She hasn't built an ideology. She hasn't built anything. Yes, I know she sells teas and tinctures and buys shungite from Russia and orders it for you. I know. But like, what else is there? Like, what is there? Like, I don't get it. And it's like prep, thing, rice, collagen. Like, I don't know. It just, it lost its interest. My interest was lost. And I ended up getting annoyed. And then I ended up seeing people just like lose themselves to buying more fucking shit that they don't fucking need. I myself did it too. I was like, oh, maybe I should have Seraphina purpurea in case the monkeypox breaks out from all the gay anal sex I'm having. You know, like, what the fuck? Like, no, I don't fucking need it, but I bought it. I have 2 tinctures. You want one? I could sell you one. I don't need it. Do I still have it? Yeah. 2 of them. Like, I've done this stupid shit. I've bypassed my own intuitive knowing because of fear, because of someone I respected on the internet that I don't even fucking know said so. And I don't want to be that person to people. I don't want to have that kind of influence over people. I need you to check in. I need you to get real fucking solid. And if Miriam says all she's eating is fucking what, I don't know. And it's changed my life. All I've been eating is apples. Like I eat like 3 apples a day and it has completely changed my life. And then if people started eating 3 apples a day, like Miriam said, she started eating 3 apples a day, she started feeling better. No. Like, no. Like, you have to check in. You have to have your own experience, your own life. Ideally, you also don't remind anybody of anybody either. Like, stop. Don't be a carbon cutout. Don't be like these people. These people, there's nothing there. There's no substance. It's hollow. There's some people out there that you can tell they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, but man, it's fucking rare. It's so fucking rare. One person I think of that I actually, and it teeters in and out for me, and I imagine it does for her too, is Peggy Hall. I really like Peggy Hall a lot. I feel like she's the real fucking deal. She doesn't fuck around. She believes in God. She doesn't think we're spinning at 666 satanic miles an hour. She's with it. She's with the fucking times, and she's honest, and she's hated for it. And I love her. I think she's great. But I can tell it's like, ooh, it's time to let this shit drop, Peggy. Like, who cares? RFK Jr., it's dead in the water. It doesn't fucking matter. Your videos are out there. You've done your part. Let it go. Like, do your living swell shit. Like, nobody wants to fucking hear about art. We know. We all know. Those of us that are here still listening, we know. We see through it. We have eyes to see too. The ones you're talking to, they'll never see through it. Like, let them be and live in their delusion. It's not worth it. So I can see when it, like, enough. Too much. I guess what I like about her too is she's so dynamic. I appreciate that in people. Like, she has her, like, living swell where she talks about, like, health and, you know, she's more on, like, the positivity, reframing your, you know, mindset and kind of all that kind of stuff, which I'm not. I don't think if I can give a shit about that. If you want to be a stanky ass cunt, then be one. Embrace it fully. Be it to the bitter end. And eventually you won't be it anymore, but people are so afraid to go there that they don't even go there, and then they just stifle their cuntiness inside, and it's like we can see it oozing from your eyeballs. Like, if I can just embody it. We're all saying it behind your back anyway. We all think you're quite the asshole. So I'm not so much into the, like, positivity mindset bullshit limiting belief work, because I think it's all nonsense. But aside from that, I like what she's up to, and that's about it. Like that, and it ends there. Like, I don't really like what anybody else is up to, because I don't feel like they're up to anything original. It's regurgitation station. It's like, oh, it's the same fucking talking points. It's the same fear. It's the same. Like, how can you have your whole identity crafted around being an anti-vaxxer? Like, that's fucking lame. I feel like all it takes is, like, one sentence. It's like, yeah, I am that. Moving on. But, like, people they craft their whole identity around that thing. And then they go to all the things and they talk about it and they tell the stories and they da-da-da-da-da. No, thank you. No fucking thank you. No is enough. Anti-vax is enough. Just being that, embodying that in the world, that's enough. But we don't know who we are, and we want so bad to be somebody. So we latch on to these, there's like all the buckets. We try to put ourselves in a bucket so we can fit in and finally feel better. I'm telling you, as people that follow their intuition, as sensitive, intuitive motherfuckers here, you're never gonna feel better. Like, because this place hurts, and this place sucks, and this place is hard. It's hard to be here around all these fucking idiots that, like, haven't grown up. They're just, like, stunted, stuck in time, as I've said for eons. It like literally feels that way. Like, I see these people and I'm like, oh, they're stuck in time. They're the exact same person that they were. Like, I got a birthday card from my dad that said happy 4th birthday, and he put a 4 and then a 0, 40th birthday. And he's like, I couldn't find a 40th, but I thought this was good. And I'm like, 4? Like 4? Like, that's weird. Like, you still see me as that. And like the last time I saw my dad, which was in 2015, he was wearing 2 Winnie the Pooh ties that I bought him when I was like 10. Like, it was very fucking weird. Like, he still sees me as this little kid. He's even emailed me and asked me if he can come out here and then we can go to all the wood parks that we used to go to. I'm like, those don't exist anymore. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm a 40-year-old woman. Like, I don't want to go to the wood park with my dad. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Stuck in time. Like, his maturity only got to a certain point. Like, he only matured to a certain age, like 16 or something, 15. That's like where most people stop growing. That's like where most people's souls are stuck. And you have all these people walking around in adult bodies and old bodies and wrinkly bodies and bodies that seem like they've been here for a long time, so they should be wiser, but they're fucking not. We don't have the archetype of elder. Like, that doesn't exist here. Like, if anything, you and I, the most connected, the most in tune, we're the elders now here. Like, that's fucking weird. We're the wise ones. Like, I shouldn't be the wise one. I know that I am. Oh, you're such an old soul. You're wise beyond your years. I'm like, yeah, I fucking know. I've been told that my whole fucking life. Blah, blah, blah. You're so mature for your age. See me now. Like, fucking cunt. So mature. I definitely need a haircut. My hair is like, I don't know, I'm just not liking it right now. But buy this comb, it'll change your life. Yeah, there's like, it's not coming out. It's literally only good for the one brush through when it first comes out of the package. And you get all this white stuff. Your dead scalp. But yeah. People are just stunted. They want to be controlled. They want to have a master. They want to have a rule book. They want to have a way in which they should live their life in order to feel better, and you're never going to feel better, so then that ruins that whole thing. Well, tell me what I should do. Like, oh, well, you know, good people pay their bills on time. Then you'll feel better. It's like, God, that's what we live within. We live within a system that says good people pay their bills on time, and then you'll feel better. You'll feel better. You'll be happy when you look this certain way. You'll be happy when you have this amount of money in the bank. You'll be happy when you have this new thing. You'll be happy when you see this number on the scale. It's like, no. Okay, let's go switch over the laundry. Oh, I didn't let the song finish. Maybe I should have. Oh, you're not going to want to see it. My mom's gross toilet. Oh, but I can show you the cute wallpaper in here. Actually, let me give you a little tour. Oh, we're a little tight. This is another small, very small room. But how cute's the wallpaper? And then I got this little cabinet off of Amazon for this narrow little space. And that is cute as well. Has a little light. And then my mom hangs her clothes there after she dries them. This stuff drove me nuts, like the exposed, but it's better than it used to be. We used to have like a pipe that hung down from that trapdoor so you could have a gas dryer. And then we have this copper pipe for like overflow. I don't know. Ideally all this shit should be behind the wall, but that's not how they built this place. But David sanded the copper pipe because it was painted. I just think it looks so much better. Naturally copper. I know, it's very exciting. It's the most viewers I've had is showing the bathroom. Yep. And then I have my little dryer balls over here. Put some essential oil on them. Do frankincense. This is not the natural height to do stuff, by the way. The shit you do for the camera, it's not natural. Everyone on here is fucking fake. Fake and phony. And full of shit. Just so you know, I just don't want you to be tainted by the people on social media that pretend like their life is so good. Try to sell you something constantly. I'm not trying to sell you anything, I swear. You have to check in if you want to buy something from me. And if you don't have the ability to check in, then you definitely can't purchase anything. It doesn't work. It is crazy how deep I know this is normal, but how deep the washer is. I think of that every time I try to reach something at the bottom. And then I think of like, how do people do it with big old bellies? Like, how do you get your arm all the way down there? David, do you want me to dry your Land's End sweater?
No, it's okay.
Okie doke. Is this more exciting? I don't know what's a better angle. I'm almost done. Empty. Oops. This is like one of my favorite sweaters on David. I think it looks so good. All right. Let's get out of here. Hollow core door. I mean, solid core. We still need to put the trim up, but it is 10 times better, even with the gaps. Hollow core door. I don't know. That's some devil shit right there. Some like witchcraft, sorcery. Hollow core doors should not exist. I think that covers everything. My nail popped off when I was doing the laundry. Put another one back on. I was doing nail wraps like I don't know, for the last year. And then I switched over back to these plasticky things. And I don't know, with the nail glue and stuff, I don't know. I just don't think it's my thing. I think I just need to keep growing my nails out and taking good care of them. Which they grow out really fast on beef liver, I notice. But don't take that from me. Don't buy my beef liver unless it's here for you. Almost lost you. I just want this, I want to be a little more, yeah, a little more cozy. Let me spin this a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, that's kind of lame. Oh, it only goes, it's going to fall off the table. Oh, I can pull the table closer. There we go. There's always a solution. But yeah, my phone's going to die in a little bit, so I probably do want to wrap this up. In real life, I would have just let the washer sit there forever and been like, and then late tonight, I'd be like, fuck, clothes are still in the wash. But since you guys were here, I felt like I needed to like be a good person, you know? So it's like, you're holding me accountable. I couldn't just ignore the sing-songy washer. and not put the clothes in the dryer. So that was good. That means I'm productive, and that means I'm a good person today. Isn't it weird? All the just all of it. All the justifications and mental compartmentalizations. So strange to me. But it's what we do. It's what we do. We're conditioned to do it. And it's really hard to decondition ourselves. Excuse me. I put out the mic for David, but he didn't want to chat today. That's fucking hilarious. Okay, let's get you up here on the screen. Thanks, Jeremy. That's fucking awesome. It's like a gift to be able to be funny through text with someone you don't know. Like, we haven't met, but the vibe, I can feel you. It's so funny. Hey, David.
Yeah.
Jeremy just said, have a good day. I am raw. I know. Oh, I fucking love it. So good. Yeah, thanks guys for hanging out and listening to all my, I don't know, just what I'd tell you if you were sitting here. I think. I mean, you do more talking. Ideally, you'd say more than good morning and have a good day. I am raw. I imagine you'd have some thoughts and we'd have a dialogue, but maybe I'm just good background noise for your morning. Yeah, I think that's it. So don't ask me any fucking questions about fucking anything ever, because I'm not the person you ask questions to. If you have questions, go to David. Don't ask me questions. I think all questions are dumb. Not kidding. For the most part. Like, it's rare that I'm like, oh, that was a really good question. For sure, yeah. I'm just reviewing the website while I'm listening. That's good, Danny. You're doing your thing over there. Correcting stupid people's mistakes. Oh, God. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. But yeah, I'm not the person to ask questions to. Someone asked me a question about beef liver. I went on a whole rant about it, but she was like, "What do you think?" Because she was saying how like beef liver can cause infertility, and this whole thing. And I was just like, I got so mad. I was like, what do you mean, what do I think? Like, I obviously fucking disagree. I have a product line. I sell beef liver. I take beef liver every day. Like, so I wrote out this whole fucking thing to her, and then I made a whole post about it, and then I went on fucking YouTube here and did a whole live stream about it. Just fucking pissed. Because it's like, don't ask me what I think. What do you mean, what do I think? Like, I think if it's here for you to take beef liver, you'll fucking take it. And if it's not here, like, you gotta check in, you gotta ask. I don't know. I don't fucking know. And like, every person's situation is so unique and so different. Like, I obviously have a bias because I have a farm that I really like, that I get my beef liver from, and I think the beef liver is fucking beautiful. It is like the most beautiful, like deep red, like brick burgundy red. No fucking blemishes. Like, it is so good. Like, I'm biased. Like, you can't ask me what I think. And I enjoy taking it. I like the way I feel when I take it. In the summer, I notice I don't really feel called to it as much, but in the winter months, I do take it more. I mean, more consistently. In the summer, I can easily forget about taking beef liver. But like, what do you mean, what do I think? What do I think of this? Ugh. I'm so mad. I was like, I don't know, you gotta check in with and this is the shit. Like, this is why I don't like shit that people say. Because it's like, you have to check in with yourself. You have to see what's here for you. Like, I don't fucking know. And like, just because somebody said that this is good doesn't mean it is. Just because somebody said that, someone you respect on the internet that you don't even fucking know, just because you respect them and they said whatever's good or bad, like, it's like, how can that can't dictate your life. Like, it can't. And me too. Like, no. Like I said, if Miriam said eating 3 apples a day was really good and life-changing, like, fucking, you have to check in and see if it's life-changing for you. Probably not. I'm probably lying. If I tell you that anything is life-changing and then immediately have a link that you can click to change your life too, like, run. Run for the fucking hills. Do not trust me. No, like, something's taken over me. The nanobots have gotten in. Like, I am no longer sovereign. I am just a regurgitator of what everyone else is doing. Because that's what I want the most in the world, is I want people making sovereign decisions for themselves, as sovereign as you can possibly get, as psychologically free as you could possibly be, in a world that is so deeply programmed, in a world that just wants to be controlled. Like, I want nothing but the opposite. And that's why it is so, like, this isn't a woe is me story, but it's hard for me to sell anything I've ever made. Like, it's always been a challenge. And I know that if I do the tactics and the strategies, I can sell the things. And I don't want to. Like, everything in me is like, nope, 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 nope. And when I was making my art, I've told this story before, but there was this guy in Mexico that was like, don't you want to be legit? Like, he wanted me to buy bots on Instagram so I would appear more legit, because if you have more followers, then you appear legit. And then if you appear legit, you make more sales. And he said, don't you want to make more money? And I said, no. And then he didn't say anything, because that's not the answer you're supposed to say. But like, I didn't want to make more money. Not if that's how I had to do it. Like, I had to, it's like, but I am legit. What do you mean I need to appear more? Like, I already am legit. Like, that's retarded that numbers make you more legit. Numbers on a screen make me more legit. That's fucking nuts. But like, people bought my art that wanted to buy my art. I don't know. I don't really have a say in it. Like, if it's here for people to have it, they'll have it. If it's not, they won't. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't need to like wheel and deal and scam, and I don't want my shit that I've made in people's houses that have no ability to check in with God. Like, if my shit is in a house where people have no access, that like feels so wrong. I feel like my tinctures or my beef liver or my art, if something is sitting in a home where someone has no access to God, I feel like that little thing that I made out there is like panicked, and it's like, get me the fuck out of here, get me the fuck out of here. Or I could twist it and be like, well, maybe it's an activation for them and they can, no. That little piece of whatever I made that's out there, that's in some unconscious motherfucker's house, is like, please get me out of here. Please donate me. Donate me to the Goodwill. Please. Somebody save me. Somebody that sees me, save me. I think that's more the truth. I think these little inanimate objects are like, I need to run. Yeah, bothers me. It bothers me. It bothers me to watch how much people like to be controlled. You know, it's another weird thing too. It's like, oh, do I want to get into this? Like, this is like stupid, but making the agenda for the HOA meetings, like the board meetings, like, it's weird to be the one, like, if I make the agenda, I control a narrative. Like, I can control the whole flow of the meeting. Oops. My phone died. Yeah, but that's all I was saying, was that it's just weird to have so much. I have it plugged in, so we're not on the tripod, or my mic's not in either, but to have so much like say, and like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's a weird concept, weird idea. That people really like to be told what to do, and they like to be reassured that what they're doing is right and good so they can feel good. But it's like we need to source that goodness and that rightness from somewhere else. In my never so humble opinion, we should be sourcing that rightness and that goodness only solely from God, solely from our direct connection to God. It's weird to me that people source it from like other people, the news, like politics. Like it's so weird. It's so weird. I'm like, you guys, you need to know what you're doing is good and right, like not because so-and-so said so. Like that's fucked up. It's such an easy way to control all these different pockets of the collective. So that's the shit that pisses me off. But anyway, I thought I lost this live, and then I got nervous because I was like, this is a fucking good one. Oh no, shit. But I did. So that's all. That's the final thread. So check in, do what's here for you. Don't worry about what anybody else has to fucking say, what anybody else fucking thinks. It doesn't fucking matter. Eat whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't fucking matter. Like the stress of worrying about what you're eating or not eating, or if you're whatever, it's like it's so retarded. The stress is more intense than anything else. Like just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like you have more freedom and autonomy here than they would like you to believe, than darkness would like you to believe. You can check in with God for everything in your life, and you can get back an answer, and that means something. That matters here. That's significant here. People don't use that access that you've cultivated for the last decade plus. Like that is a really BFD. So, okay, that's all I got. Now I'm officially landing the live stream. We'll talk later. Bye. See you next.